Hi everyone, thanks for joining today's session. We are going to talk about learning progress, which is about learning in the workplace. So it's important because it helps us to do our jobs better. We have Mr. Shuran here to explain me more about that. Mr. Shuran, please go ahead.
Thank you. Hi, Tip. Learning happens all the time at work. There are three main types of learning I want to share. The first one is cognitive learning. This is about thinking and solving problems. So the second one is associative learning. This is when we learn through rewards or punishments. So the last one is observational learning. This is when we learn by watching others.
Oh, I see. I always get stuck solving problems at work. How can cognitive learning help me?
Good question. With cognitive learning, you try to understand the problem, think about solutions, and learn from mistakes. Over time, your thinking gets sharper.
What about the rewards? I like how our company give a gift card to the for the good work. And is that associative learning?
Yes, that's associative learning. When you do something good and get a reward, you're more likely to do it again. It's learning through experience.
Yes.
Here are some examples. Cognitive, solving a customer complaint by thinking of a better way to reply. Associative, getting a bonus for being on time every day. The last one is observational, watching your senior handle tasks and copying their way.
Thank you, Mr. Shuran. This show us how learning happen all the time at work. So let's try to keep learning and improving every day.
Hello and good morning, everyone. In today's meeting, we will uh, explore something that is very, very important, which is how personality affects our work. Why? Because understanding each other's personalities help us work better together and improve teamwork. Since each of us has different personality traits that shape how we work and interact with each other. We will focus on the big five model of personality, which is wait, the first one being conscientiousness, the second one being agreeableness, the third one is openness to experience, the fourth one is extraversion, and the fifth and last one is neuroticism. But today, we will only focus on the three of them. It's, which is conscientiousness, agreeableness, and openness to experience. So let's start. I think we should start with Zaim. Zaim, can you explain conscientiousness since you represent it?
Thank you, Ranger. Yes, I always keep my work to organize and I always complete my tasks before the deadline. For example, I always double check their work before submitting my work.
That's right. Conscientious people are dependable, careful, and like to do things properly. They help the team stay focused and efficient. Okay, so since we're done with Zain, let's move on to you, Arif.
Sure, I will try to listen when someone is upset or stressed. I avoid conflict and try make sure everyone feeling included. For example, if there are teammate who has a misunderstanding, I will help by calming things down so that they can solve the problem.
Just like the way the people do. They're friendly, kind, and cooperative. They make the best friends on sea, and they make the workplace positive and supportive by supporting each other and being positive in the workplace, even though when the workplace is usually isn't a place where people will be happy. Okay, for the last one, can you short? Sorry. Okay, for the last one, sure. Can you share your thoughts on openness?
Yes, I enjoy trying new things and exploring different ways to solve problems. For example, I like to learn new things out of out of curiosity.
That's correct. There are type of people who are curious and open to changes. These individuals bring fresh ideas to the team. They honestly can contribute a lot to the team. So now that we know most of the trait, let's reply. Arif, can I borrow your pen?
Yeah, sure.
Let's start with Zain. Zain is responsible, but sometimes he is stressed. The next one is Shiran. He is he is very creative and curious. And the last one is Arif. Arif, you are friendly and outgoing. Each and one of you has strengths and challenges. When we understand our differences, we can support each other better so that we can achieve the organizational goal. Right?
I now see why we all work differently. Thank you for sharing your thoughts, guys. Yes, we all doing something different and unique to the team.
Yeah, of course. Knowing my own traits helps me to manage the pressure better. Of course.
Exactly. Great job, Aaron. Good job. I'm proud of you. Let's keep learning to help each other out. So let's give a round of applause to ourselves.
Good morning, team.
Good morning.
So, I've called this meeting to talk about performance and motivation. Today, we will discuss how behaviors in the workplace can be shaped using reinforcement and punishment.
Oh, like rewards and consequences?
Exactly. Let's break it down. First, positive reinforcement. That's when we add something pleasant to encourage a behavior. Zain, can you share your experience with this?
Yeah, of course. I start with arriving earlier to work and notice my manager praise me during the team briefing. Sorry, it made me feel appreciated. So I have been consistent ever since.
That's a common example. Praise is a reward added to increase desirable behavior. In this case, punctuality is one of the most effective tools for shaping behavior. Next, let's talk about negative reinforcement. It's often misunderstood. It means removing something unpleasant to strengthen a behavior. So, Quadri, you had an example of this, right?
Wait, let me set the report. Okay. Yes. When I improved my sales performance last month, my manager removed my weekly progress report, which I found a bit tedious. I would say. Uh, it gives me more time for client, so I just kept pushing myself.
Perfect example, removing an annoying task reinforce your productive behavior. It's not punishment, it's a reward through relief. So, what's the difference between negative reinforcement and punishment? Great question. Punishment is used to reduce or eliminate an unwanted behavior either by adding something unpleasant or taking away something desirable. Arif, would you mind sharing what happened with your weekly report submissions? Sure. I missed two deadlines and I was given a formal warning. It was embarrassing, but it's punished me to manage my time better. That's an example of positive punishment. Adding a consequence to stop a behavior. It can work, but we use it carefully. Too much punishment can lower morale.
Oh, so reinforcement motivates and punishment corrects?
Exactly, but reinforcement is more effective in the long run. It builds motivation and trust. Let's reflect, how did that experience make you feel?
I felt more motivated when the burden is removed. It made me feel trusted by all of you.
Yeah, recognition made a big difference. So it felt like my effort was seen. Yeah.
The warning felt harsh at first, but now I understand. Uh, it helped me back to the track. That's the power of shaping behavior. We influence actions by the way we respond. Let's all commit to using these strategies fairly and consistently in our teams.
Hey guys, thanks for joining. I think we need to talk about what happened by last week. There was obviously some tension going around us, and I feel like it might come from people misunderstanding each other.
Yeah, of course. This happen a lot in a group work. We will see things different based on our background, mood, and also experience. And sometimes, what one person thinks is a small issue can feel like a big deal to someone else. And then there's actually something called attribution theory that explains this. So basically, we often to figure out why someone did something. Yeah.
Sure. Honestly, I feel that you're not interested in this project. You barely uh, spoke up in meeting and you missed the last deadline. If you don't want to be part of it, please don't do that next time.
Honestly, I agree with you, Arif. Surai, if you're not interested in this project, you can just leave, you know. We can do all the work ourselves so that we wouldn't burden anyone.
Wait, why? That's not it. I've just been dealing with something serious at home. I didn't want to bring it up and make it a big deal. I know I've been quiet, but I wasn't trying to ignore anything.
Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to assume you like that. I just thinking you are didn't care and leave it us.
Hmm, I get that it looked that way. I should have said something earlier. I'm really sorry, and I'll do my part and catch up on what I missed.
Thank you for explaining this. I should have I should have asked. I didn't mean to jumping. I didn't mean to jump to conclusions. And again, on behalf of our team, me and Arif and Zaim would like to apologize to you for jumping to conclusions and for accusing you of something that you didn't do.
Hi everyone. So today we will talk about how we make a decision at work. So there are two main ways. So the first one is rational and the second one is intuitive. So the rational decision making follow here. They have four steps. The first step is to identify their problems. And the second one is list options. The third one, we need to choose the best one. And also for the last one, we must take in action. So Arif, can you give an example about this?
Sure. If you want to launch a new product, we look at the data first, like customer feedback and cost. And then decide based on that. Manager, good. Now let's hear from HR. How about another way?
Thanks. Sometimes you don't have all the facts. That's called bounded personality, and sometimes we go with our gut feeling. That's initiative decision making. Okay. Sure. Let me see my notes first. Okay, here it is. Suraj, have you used intuition before?
Yes, I once picked a supplier quickly based on past experience and it turned out well.
That's a good example of trusting your instinct in short period of time. Let's move on to manager.
So now let's play a quick case. So we are deciding whether to let staff work from home. Audrey and also Arif will use the rational methods, of course, and then Surang will use intuition. So yeah, that's all.
Actually, we've already surveyed most of the employees, and most of them want to do the remote work. Data also shows higher productivity when they get what they want, because it means that they are comfortable with the way that they are working. So when the productivity is higher, that means that the result of the product our goal will be set much higher and precise.
I think we can add something different. We can save a lot of cost. So I think hybrid model seem the best.
I feel full remote might hurt team bonding, but maybe we should keep it up flexible for now.
Yes, great input. So what do we learn? Arif?
Rational thinking is clear but takes time.
Intuition is free but risky.
The best way is to use. Let's start again. The best way is to use both when needed. So good job, everyone. Let's give a round of applause.